Well, next up, I'd like to invite Alison on stage. She's a DC area native. She assists college students and young professionals with kind of designing their life's direction. She's going to talk a little bit about stress. She's going to start off with some fun, calming images to relax us a little bit after our fun evening. I welcome on stage Alison.
Somewhere in Africa, a zebra has just noticed that there's a lion chasing after it. This zebra is stressed. The zebra runs away for its life as fast as it can, escapes, and then goes back to its day-to-day activities, no longer stressed. Now consider Laura. She's a DC area native, and she's concerned about her job security for the upcoming year, how she'll pay her mortgage this month, and how much traffic she's going to face on the Beltway going home tonight. Laura is also stressed. One main difference between the zebra and Laura is the duration of their stress. So Laura, Jack Bauer, and perhaps Ignite DC presenters are all suffering from chronic stress or long-term stress. Our stress response evolved for things more like running away from lions and less for things like sitting in traffic. When a zebra turns on its stress response, it gives more energy to things that will help it to run away really, really fast, and less energy to some of its day-to-day activities like digestion, immune system, reproduction. So when we're in a state of chronic stress and these things are not being funded day to day, then there's a variety of negative effects. We become more likely to be depressed, more likely to put on unhealthy weight, more likely to get sick. Stress can even kill your brain cells. Not to stress you out too much about any stress that you might have in your life. So in the world of 24, Jack Bauer is a man who can perform optimally for 24 hours straight without eating, sleeping, or taking a piss. This is not reality. Chronic stress actually diminishes our ability to perform well. So tonight I want to teach you 3 things that you can do to help you reduce your stress and therefore become healthier and happier in your life and more productive. The first technique is something that I'm sure you've all heard of before, but there's a reason why, and that is to breathe. Breathing is talked about so frequently, and it's so important because it's one of the few bodily functions that happens pretty much unconsciously, but it also is something that we can control consciously. So the next time that you're stressed, you can take 10 deep breaths. And then what this will do is help to tone down your stress response. We can all take a breath right now. Are my pictures not showing up? Let's take a breath. The second technique is something called progressive muscle relaxation. The goal, if you look back, is to look like Fluffy back there. Basically, what you do here is to tense and then release different muscle groups in your body. And you can all do this with me. Hold your fists in the air, squeeze them as tight as you can for 5 seconds, and then release. And what you can do is you can work through your muscle groups. So maybe start at your feet, go up to your calves and hamstrings all the way up. And by the time that you get to your face, you're going to wish you were doing this in private. The third technique is simply to value your social connections. So what this means is that research has shown that people with strong social supports are more mentally healthy and have reduced stress. So take time to hang out with the people that you love, to be goofy and have fun. One study that I think illustrates this really well is researchers took women who were in healthy, happy relationships, and they had them subjected to a mild electric shock, basically a stress stimuli. And what they found was that when the women were holding the hands of their significant others, their stress response went down very much, more so than even if they had held the hand of just a stranger or had looked at the stress response or had been subjected to the stress response on their own. So holding hands is good. Being with people you love is good. In conclusion, nobody really wants to be this guy. If you look to the back, it'll come up, stressed out to the max and holding a gun. Recognize that we're human, we have limitations. Please take a break, take a nap, take a vacation. Above all, take care of yourself And by doing so, you'll be able to be healthier and more productive in your life. My name's Alison Horner, and I hope you guys have been a wonderful audience. Thanks for supporting me with this, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Back to you, Jared.